Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry, been a little missing in action lately. I try to get a video up no later than Thursday, but actually I didn't get my delivery until Thursday. So in the meantime, I've had to do some doctor's appointments. Nothing special, just the annual reviews and all that kind of thing. And of course it just takes up so much time of the day that you don't have time to get these things done. So anyway and anyhow, it is Sunday shortly afternoon time, maybe 1:15, and I'm going to try to get this video up today. I think what I'm going to do today is to do the wreath. We're going to be doing a Halloween wreath with the regular purple 21-inch mesh and the regular poofs, and then we're going to do ruffles and ribbons and the sign that we made. And I will then probably do a separate short video tomorrow that does just the bow, because I'm going to use the Easy Bow Maker. If you remember, I just got one a couple of weeks ago and I haven't really actually made a bow on it, so I thought that would be a fun video just to try one of the bows that comes with the Easy Bow Maker, the little directions, and see what we get. So let me just give you a little quick close-up of what we're going to be using. I'm going to try to bring you down without making you ill. Okay. I have this 14-inch work wreath from Craft Outlet. And Craft Outlet is out of everything, but I did find this one. It has the black tassels and it has purple balls on the end of it, and I thought that would kind of look pretty good with the purple mesh that we're going to be using. And then the ruffles are going to be made out of this mesh that I showed you last week that I picked up at Paper Mart. And I have it all cut, and it's cut at 20 inches, and that should give us a nice ruffle. And let me just get that out of the way. And then the ribbons that I'm going to use, I have this shiny orange one, this orange and green and black polka dot, this green small polka dots, and it has like a black edge on it. I don't know if you can actually see that edge. Yeah. And this one, which is your green with orange and purple polka dots. So that's the ribbons we'll be using along with the ruffles. And then we will put on the sign today. And I think actually the first thing I'm going to do is to get the sign ready so it can be all set for us when we're all set. And I will be right back with the camera in the other angle and we'll get started. So hold on, be right back. Okay, we'll see how this works. If you remember the sign that we made, Wicked Witch is parking, all others will be towed. So I'm going to attach some pipe cleaners to the back of this. And the last time I had trouble because it just kept coming, it came through the board. So I'm actually going to add a piece of cardboard plus some felt and see if that helps. I've got 1/4 inch staples, so it should not come through. And I am going to take a trip to Hobby Lobby this next week. Good, that did not come through. Whoops, I just threw that other one away. I'm going to take a trip to Hobby Lobby next week and pick up one of their staple guns that they have advertised that are more for crafting and don't require the pressure that these do, because I tell you what, they're tough to staple. Now I'm just going to take this and give it a quick little squirt of hot glue. Okay, now the sign will be ready when we're ready. So we'll just get that out of the way. And I'm going to unplug this because it gets very, very hot and I don't think I'm going to be using it again. Get myself organized here. My ribbons out of the way. Alrighty. I need a twisty tie. Thought I had everything ready. Obviously I did not. Okay, I'm going to take the price tag off of this. Not a twisty tie, I needed a zip tie. I'm just going to open up these bottom ones. I will start at the bottom. And I'm going to start with my mesh. It's kind of a little uneven here, so I'm going to go like right before this tie here. And that way, when I come around, my loop will hide it. Okay. And I'm going to do 10-inch poofs. And I'm only going to go around, just a minute. Okay, sorry, I went to the wrong one. I'm only going to go around like one good time because I've got to put the ruffles and the ribbons in. This is a Hobby Lobby mesh, and it seems kind of stiff. That's okay. I hope any of you in the New Orleans area and the Louisiana area are taking care and not being impacted too much by our little Hurricane Barry that's out there. I just saw in today's paper that starting tomorrow, Hobby Lobby is going to have some monies off, percentage off on their fall florals and picks and things like that. So I'd like to get up there this week and see what I can find. I'm going to try to get this camera down up a little more here. There. You could almost see what I was doing. So I've got this one I'm going to make, and then I think I'll make another fall one. And I can get some fall picks and things. You know, like I've said before, I don't deal wholesale. I do retail like a lot of you. And so I'm at the mercy of the sales when they happen. Sometimes I have things left from the year before. But actually, for the most part, I buy it as I need it. So I don't have a lot of extras hanging around. Okay, we're around the bottom. We'll head up to the top. When I head up to the top, I'm going to go to the next one. And I don't generally tie it at the top like I did at the bottom. You can, but I haven't really found it necessary. And if at the end it seems like it needs to have something hidden, I can do that then. It's kind of cute with these balls. It makes a little bit of a statement and adds a little decoration. I love purple. What I really love is purple with that like a lime green. But that's not really a Halloween green. Looking nice and full. I was watching a couple of those what's for dinner videos this morning. Made me hungry. But then everything makes me hungry. Pretty good. Now I have more. I could go back around, but you know, I don't think I'm going to do that this time. So I think I'm going to just cut this off. I'm going to stick it down through. And take another twisty zip tie. And put the zip tie on the right way. I'll get it in a second. Zip ties are the bane of my existence. Okay, there we go. Actually, can trim that a little bit more. There we have it. Look at that. I love it. I love it already. Okay, let's move this mesh out of the way. Get these out of the way. I'm going to slide this over a bit so I have room to, let's see if I do right here, I think you can see. Now, let's see what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this ribbon with this ribbon, and I'm going to use this ribbon with this ribbon. Now I've cut 9 pieces of the ribbon each because I'll be alternating. So let's see what we come up with. And remember I said the mesh is cut at 20 inches. You know, I think I'm going to bring out this little Boweezy thingy. Put that down while I take the ribbon, and that way I can get them nicely creased. And I'm not going to open up these twists because I want to give enough height to this above the poof to show up good. But I'm going to go round, around, and around. Okay. One. Oh, extra one on there. You see, that's kind of pretty. I found some bad spots in this mesh when I was cutting it, and a couple of them I was able to just kind of trim, but I did have to lose a little bit of it. Fortunately, I had enough that I could still make the 20 inches. Okay, I will do one more, and then I will continue off camera until I get the bottom done, and we'll come back when I start on the top. This edge of this mesh will ravel very easily, I'm finding out. I think this would be a good mesh, and maybe for my next one, I might try that you call a ruffle, which is the mesh that you turn the ends out under a little bit. That would kind of maybe hold the ends inside instead of having them outside where they tend to fray. It is pretty though, isn't it? Very colorful. Here we are so far. Kind of hard to see from the angle. Okay, I'm going to continue around the bottom and I'll be back to you when we get to the top. Okay, I'm up the top now. And I found it easier to just hold this in my hand instead of using that bow maker. And I don't know if I told you, the ribbons were cut at 12 inches. I told you the mesh was cut at 20, but I don't think I told you that the ribbons were cut at 12. This white ribbon is a little bit flimsy. It likes to just kind of curl on its own, but still looks good though. We're getting so puffy, it's kind of hard to keep it all in the frame. Lost my twisty tie. There we go. Certainly is colorful. Sorry, dead air. I'm just paying attention to what I'm doing and forgot to talk. So anyway, I told you earlier, I was watching all those videos on what's for dinner. Some of them are really good. It gives you some good ideas. And I have to pull out one of my kitchen toys to get today, my Instant Pot. And I'm going to make pot roast. A nice, comforting meal for the middle of summer when it's 100 degrees outside. But it's not 100 degrees inside, so we'll be fine. It'll be tasty. Is everybody ready for Prime Day? Starts tomorrow. I don't have a clue of anything that I need to buy, but we'll never know till we see what comes up, will we? Now you could make something like this with these little ball things. I think a Hobby Lobby sells little bags of these kind of balls that have a hole in them. And you just would stick them down over your pipe cleaners if you make your own frame. Or even if you had a frame that was made already and just wanted to add them for decoration. I think I've got one more, maybe two. I think I have an extra ruffle mesh cut. Yep, you don't want to handle this mesh too much. There's a lot of raveling. But once it's hanging, it'll be fine, and I might give it a spray. I don't think I've got any more. Aha, missed one right there. I'm gonna say. I have one more set of ribbons. There's got to be another one somewhere. Well, I'm glad I didn't go around with extra purple mesh when I was putting that on, because it would have been so poofy I couldn't find any of these little twisties. Look at that. That is something else, I tell you what. I'm amazed. I'm amazed. All right, a sign. And I don't want to squish it. I think I can put it right here. See if I can scoot down between this mesh here. Maybe. Well, I can see it. Now there's one. And there's two. One. I think I've got them both. Let's see. I'm just twisting them around each other right now until I make sure this is where I want the sign to be. And I tell you what, let me know what you think. But in my opinion, there's plenty of ribbon on there already, and I don't think I need a great big bow. I think it kind of would be lost in this because there's so many different pieces on there now. I think that's adorable. I love it. Well, I'm going to go hang it on the wall like I usually do so you can get to see it in all its glory. And then we'll decide what we're going to do about the bow. So let me move my camera and move the wreath so you can get a good look at the whole thing, and I'll be right back. Well, here you go. Now you can get a good view of it. I'm sorry, I'm disappointed in the camera angle for that one. I'm going to work on something a little different, not getting a good enough view of the work table. But now you can see what it really came out to look like. And I did move the sign up just a tiny bit. And I think my vote is no bow. There's a lot of ribbon on there now, and I think it would just take away from it. No bow, no eyeballs, no green scary slime or anything. I think we'll leave it just like it is. So I'm very pleased with it. If you like that video, if you like this video and you want to subscribe, if you're new visiting me, hit that subscribe and the bell and you'll be notified every time I come out and play. And I'm very happy to have all my subscribers, and I hope you enjoyed this one. As I said, the camera angle was less than perfect on this one. And it's a big wreath, so I think when I'm working on something that size, I'm going to have to find a new place to put the camera. So we'll try again next time. In the meantime, everybody, play nice now.